From a certain perspective, this move looks like it's being driven by totally contradictory theories about the future. Take the election. Today, the market traded like both Trump and Biden are going to win. Seemingly impossible. But that's what the action seems to be saying. I mean, let me give you both perspectives, though. On the Republican side, with the president now feeling better and set to leave the hospital, they're betting he'll get a big bounce in popularity. Not unlike what happened to Boris Johnson in the UK after he got sick. Yes, Trump is expected to leave Walter Reed Medical at 6:30 p.m., though we're, of course, monitoring the situation. We're going to keep you updated with the latest. Now, if Trump emerges from this thing physically unscathed, or even better than that, as he claims on Twitter, maybe he can make a comeback and win the election. That's the argument he started making today, that you shouldn't worry so much about COVID because we've got some great drugs that can beat this thing. On the Democratic side, though, Biden's been getting some strong polling numbers, much better than Hillary's 4 years ago. It's increasingly looking like a landslide victory. That's a real possibility. The Democrats want this election to be a referendum on COVID. Even if the president's fine, the White House turning into a coronavirus hotspot, it's just called bad optics for the GOP. Even though Biden wants to raise corporate taxes and capital gains taxes, and that is just not great for the market. There are a host of stocks that presumably do better under Democratic leadership. Those stocks, the China stocks, they roared today. For example, we saw big gains in anything that benefits from a more harmonious relationship with China. For good or ill, a Biden administration simply won't be as tough on the Chinese government. That's fantastic for the semiconductor stocks. That's a key leadership group, does a ton of business over there, and the semis were on fire today. Lots of tech was on fire, and that's China-led. Don't forget Caterpillar, the usuals. Of course, only one candidate can actually win the election. Genius. But maybe there's a way to square the circle. I think that what we got today was the removal of uncertainty. President Trump is not going to pass away from COVID, thank heavens, and we probably won't have a contested election because some people think Biden's polling so well. Now, there's nothing the market hates more than uncertainty. Take it away, stocks go higher. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not calling the election. That's a sucker's game after 2016. I'm just telling you what I see in the tape. The tape speaks to me. I am translating the tape and telling you what it's saying. Now, if Biden has a strong hand, that may turn into a strong hand for Speaker Pelosi in her negotiations with the White House, which makes a stimulus bill more likely. The market needs some kind of stimulus package if it's going to keep running. Of course, the American people need stimulus packages if they're going to keep eating. And the anticipation was palpable today. Talks continue. Assuming we do get another bailout, that means the government will need to borrow a fortune. So, of course, interest rates are soaring. While that's bad news for the housing stocks, which pulled back from all-time highs this morning, it's great for the banks, thank heavens, which report next week. If they can argue that business will get better with higher rates and show they're doing well with the market's newfound volatility and record stock issuance, a possibility, then some of the financials might suddenly become viable, not all of them. The second worst group in the market, well, it could turn positive, and that would be a big deal, especially because they report next week.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.